YouTubers, it's your boy Amari Points here, bringing you the latest movie review. Today I'm doing my newest movie review on If, aka Imaginary Friend. And this movie is about a young 12-year-old girl named B, who is played by Cailey Fleming. And little does she know, her life gets changed around when she sees all these imaginary friends played by so many all-star cast: Aquafina, Steve Carell, everyone, and Cal, played by none other than Ryan Reynolds, helps her get all these imaginary friends. Uh, Helps get all these imaginary friends to new kids who honestly lost all their other kids who are now grown up. And I have to say, I loved this movie. I had a few problems and a few knickknacks here and there, but I still enjoyed it, and especially Blue. Especially Blue, played by Steve Carell. He was funny, and I love seeing him as Gru in the Despicable Me franchise. But seeing him as this imaginary friend was pretty funny, and I wouldn't change it any other way. But the rest of this movie was real interesting, and you're gonna need some tissues because there are a lot of tear-jerking, heartwarming moments in this movie that everyone will enjoy for sure. I legit cried on a few scenes, and I was really an emotional wreck. I gotta say that I really was. I was an emotional wreck. I honestly cried at a few heartwarming moments in the movie as well. You will love this, especially if you love a good family movie. Take your family to go see this movie. And let's get on to the positives and negatives. First off are the positives. The cast themselves, Ryan Reynolds and Cailey Fleming, they definitely make a pretty good team. I love these two because they really bring out the best in each other and they feed off each other's roles. And let me tell you, Ryan Reynolds is definitely the greatest star around. I know he's going to be in Deadpool and Wolverine, but him as Cal, it is great. I can't tell you much about their connections, but when you see how they're connected, you are going to be very surprised on you're going to be very surprised with how they're connected to each other. I can't say much, but at the near end of the movie, you will see how they're connected. That's all I can tell you. I'm not going to spoil anything, but the rest of the cast themselves, again, Steve Carell as Blue, the giant purple monster, the giant purple imaginary friend. He was great as well. And the rest of the cast, the all-star cast, Aquafina, many names, everyone did great. I loved them. I loved every single cast member, including John Krasinski, who played the dad. He really did do a great job, though I really wish he could have been in this movie a whole lot more. He did a good job directing it as well. I'm not going to honestly lie about that to you. He really does bring his A game with this movie when he directs it and is a part of it. Another positive is, well, the visual effects in this movie. They were perfect. Hands down perfect. You could feel as if these imaginary friends were real and they really were a part of your life. And we really can see that when we watch this movie for sure. I know I felt it, and it was just fantastic. This was definitely a movie everyone will want to see and enjoy. And another positive is the message of this movie. It's okay to, like it was saying, it's okay to be a kid, especially when you're a grown up. Don't rush things so fast. Don't rush things so fast in life. I know when I was a kid, I still say I couldn't wait to grow up to get my own place and everything. But now I treasure the times I have because life is short. Just don't forget to be a kid every now and then and just have fun and enjoy life. Because if you don't, then time will pass you by so quickly. Time will pass you by so quickly that you are gonna see it go by with a with a blink of an eye. I I believe If really delivers on that message with this movie because it definitely tells you to always treasure the time with the ones you love and enjoy life while you still can. Kid, adult, or old, or anyone older will be able to relate to this movie. Again, go see this movie with your family. You will be crying and honestly honestly be bawling your eyes out. I definitely can say that because again, I was crying. I for sure believe that you will definitely enjoy the message that If has to deliver. You really will. And that's it for the positives. On to the negatives. The one negative, first negative, is that John Krasinski, he wasn't in this movie that much. I really wish they could have done better with his character. I wish they honestly had the dad join his character who plays B's father. I wish he could have honestly joined uh, Kaylee Fleming and Ryan Reynolds' character on this journey because to find the imaginary friends, matching friends, because that would have been really fun. I really would have loved to see him join Cal and B on their journey to help match the friends, to help match the imaginary friends with their compatible kids. That would have been interesting to see. He just didn't have that much to do in this movie. He was just honestly not in it that much. We only seen his character for a couple of scenes, and I really wish he could have gotten at least a couple of scenes in the movie. And that's one of the negatives I have. Another negative is that some of the jokes in this movie did land, some of it didn't. I didn't find most of them pretty funny. I didn't find most of them funny. Some of them I did find funny, but again, some of them were kind of dull and bland. I really wish they were more funny and more enjoyable. If they did that, then well, I would have been okay with it. I really would have. They need to make the jokes more funny. But again, I had no problems with a couple of the jokes. They were hilarious. And that's it for my positives and negatives. On to my rant. If is a great movie for the family, as I said before. You are going to have a fun time enjoying it. You're going to have a good laugh and cry a lot too. I know I know there were a few scenes in this movie that I cried on, but we do get to explore the If's backstories and why they don't have kids today as well. I can't tell you everything that happens in this movie because I don't want to spoil it for the people who haven't seen it yet. When you see this movie, you'll understand all the If's backstories, especially Calvin's backstory, the one that's with B. You will honestly, again, you will see how they're connected. I'm not going to give it away for you because when you see how they're connected, you are going to be very surprised on how they're connected in a way. Like I said, I know I was shocked. I was really shocked, and it blew my mind on how they were connected to each other. No joke, it did. But the rest of the movie itself, it was great. It was phenomenal. Definitely a movie that you all are going to enjoy and see. Bring your whole family with you. Bring some tissues as well because when you see this movie, you are for sure going to cry on it and you're going to have a good time and a couple of good laughs. Ryan Reynolds, fantastic job with this movie. Your character did great along with Kaylee Fleming. She did great too. You both watched this fantastic job. and I'm looking forward to seeing what the future holds for if we get a sequel. Who knows? We might not. Only time will tell what will happen, guys. But this movie is definitely worth seeing. You will definitely not want to miss out on this great summer movie that you all are going to enjoy with the family. That's it for my rant, guys. On to the rating. I give If, aka Imaginary Friend, a solid B plus. I hope you guys can see it. It's a B plus. Because I loved this movie. I really did love this movie. All the backstories were revealed. All the funny times in this movie were great as well. But again, I really wish John Krasinski's character had more to do in this movie. Even though he did direct it, even though he did direct this movie, I still wanted his character, who plays Bee's father, to have some more fun in this movie. Like, again, I wanted him to join Cal and Bee on their journey to help find their imaginary friends' matching kids. I really would have loved to see that. But the rest of the movie itself is great. I really did love it. This is definitely a movie for all ages, kids and adults. You'll definitely want to cry on it, but still enjoy it and just have a great smile on your face after. It'll really help you understand that you have to enjoy life no matter how old you are. It's okay to be a kid at any age, and just have fun and spend time with the people you love and care for. That's the best message that that everyone will relate to. I sure did. I definitely related to this message so well. And that's it for my movie review, guys. Don't forget to like, comment down below, and subscribe. Because, guys, my goal for my channel is to reach up to 500 subscribers. Help me out and click that subscribe button. And share with everyone you know. And press the little notification bell at the bottom of my video to get notified when my next movie review is going to be. I will see you guys soon. Take care and God bless. Peace.